you as a bus driver, and then becoming a cop, and then becoming a detective, and the hard work that you've exemplified, and the hard work that comes from putting forth an effort, and it has become a part of my life. I understand now the discipline that you tried to impart upon us. My father, from a young age, stressed the importance of education. He stressed the importance of doing things right from the beginning. Do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again. I understand that now. As a child, I was like, give me a break. I just want to go out and play. You know? But I understand that now, and I understand the importance of it now, and I appreciate those values, those talents, those gifts that God has imparted in you, Dad. You were a provider. You were an excellent provider for us. As a child, I didn't understand that, but now I understand the importance of your hard work, your effort. You know, we struggled in the beginning as a child. I remember you as a bus driver. I remember you taking us on trips. I remember you feeding us pizza, the pecan pizza we didn't like. But nevertheless, I understood the importance of the provision that you provided. And I understood the importance of provision. And how we struggled in the younger years. And how you gave your best for us. I understood, you know, you as a teacher, as being a leader, as showing the importance of discipline, showing the importance of self-sufficient, you know, being able to provide for yourself, being able to take pride in who we are as African Americans, who we are as, you know, Cheathams, as, you know, our heritage and where we came from. I appreciate that. I understand it now. I didn't understand it as a child, but I understand it now, and the importance behind it, and the pride that you took in that, and showing us that we need to understand the importance of our being and who we can become through hard work, through discipline, through struggle, through, you know, working hard to accomplish who we need to become. As a child, you know, but Dad, I just wanted to go out and play. I did. But I understand that now. And I appreciate those values that you instilled inside of me. You were a teacher. You stressed discipline. You stressed self-sufficiency. You stressed, you know, family and heritage, and I understand that as a part of instilling those values to my children and to my family. But most importantly, Dad, I understand the self-sacrifice that you are giving. You worked hard over all of your life as a bus driver, as a cop, as a detective. You strive to do well, and I understand those values. I understand the values of striving hard to accomplish your goals and accomplish self-worth, and the value in that self-worth. And that, you know what, God has given us all individual gifts and talents and abilities, and we need to strive to achieve those things. And that is one of the gifts that I've taken from you. That is one of the talents that I can look to God and say, I appreciate those gifts that you have instilled in me through my parents, through my father. Hard work pays off. You know, doing things right the first time and struggling to do things right pays off. And I understand that now as an adult, and I appreciate those values. I appreciate those gifts that you imparted into me. I appreciate the hard work and the self-sacrifice. I remember those days where I couldn't understand where you weren't home. I couldn't understand where you worked those paid jobs and you were working so hard to provide for your family. As a young child, I couldn't understand why you weren't home. But now I understand that you wanted a better life for your children. You moved us to Cheatham. And now that I'm grown and I see the value of home, I see the value of the stability and the sacrifices that were made I'm like, wow, I had a really great life. I had a really great upbringing. Was it hard? Was it a struggle? Was it discipline? Sure. But then I look back and I'm like, you know what? I understand why he made us work. I understand why he made us, have goals, have ambitions, have dreams, heck, have chores. Every Saturday we had to perform our chores, and you know what? My father was no joke. He would come up and inspect your chores, and if it wasn't done right, guess what? You did it over. And his philosophy was, if you didn't do it right the first time, you wouldn't have to do it over. Do it right the first time, and you wouldn't have to do it. So I understand those values, and I appreciate them, because it makes you a stronger character. It develops your character. It develops who you become. It develops who you are.
That's how you had it, though.
So thank you. And thank you for being the provider. You know what? I understand those long pay jobs now. I didn't understand them as a child. I didn't. I didn't understand why you were at home. But you know what? Now, I appreciate those tour glasses. Yes, I wear glasses. But my father provided those tour designer glasses, and I appreciate them now. I appreciate, the little things, like on Christmas, he tried to do his very best, and, I remember that one Christmas when I got the long leather trench coat, and I was like, wow. In high school. I was like, thank you, because he provided the very, very best that he can. And did we have some struggles? Did we have some hard times? Did we have some difficulties? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I understand now the difficulties that he went through. I understand the struggles, and I appreciate them abundantly. More importantly, I understand even more so the gifts that he has expressed through the hardships that recently have occurred, through my mother's difficulties and through her struggles and through her inabilities, through the illnesses. And, my mother has always been the caregiver.